we're going to do some deeper stretches, mostly for the hips. And the first one is called pigeon pose. So in pigeon pose, we're going to extend one leg and just start with the foot crossed at the ankle and see how that feels. We want to be taking the knee out to the side and then maybe slide it up below your knee. See how that feels. So this is a stretch for the deep rotators in the glutes and in the hip there. And if you have any sciatic pain, this can sometimes help with that. So if you're still not feeling anything, you can bend the knee and pull the foot up on top. This foot should stay nice and flexed. So really I've got my lower shin or my upper ankle over my knee. And this hand is just going to rest there to encourage the knee to go down. I would never push. Now if this is not available, another option is if you have blocks or something you can stack, is you can put the side of the foot there and open the knee up. It just depends on your hips and how they're feeling today. We're trying to stay nice and tall, so all this going on here shouldn't make us come into a curved back. We still want to be nice and tall, lifting our heart, shoulders back and down. And maybe if you're not feeling anything yet, you can start to fold forward. And just come to that place where you're feeling some sensation in that hip. This is one we can hold a little bit, try to breathe into it, and if you can imagine your exhale going to your tight place. So take an inhale and send that exhale right into the tightness. See if it can soften it a little bit. Rise up, and we're going to drop the foot and try to lift the knee a little bit, and then take that opposite arm around, give your knee a hug. We're coming into a little bit of a twist. Maybe the other arm reaches back behind. So it's just kind of another way to get into that same spot. It might feel a little different. Good, and release that. Let's carefully take that leg down and give it a little windshield wiper on that side. And then the other side. Now, the side might be different, might be looser, might be tighter. So start with the leg extended, cross the ankle. Already got the foot flexed, slide up below the knee, check that out. Knee goes wide. And if you still want more, you lift it up above the knee. Foot stays flexed, knee going down. And maybe you reach your heart forward. Notice if one side's tighter or looser than the other, because we're not symmetrical. Take your nice inhale, and send that exhale right to your tight place. And rise back up. And then we're going to drop the foot and lift the knee a little bit. Wrap your arm into it. Turn and twist. Good. And release that. And then in and out. Maybe both of them going in and out. Feel good. Ooh. All right, so we're going to do a little multitask here. I'm going to bring your blocks or whatever you've been using, and we're going to come into a Baddha Konasana or a butterfly. So the outside edge of your feet are going to be on the block, and your bottoms of your feet are together. And this is going to allow the inner thighs to open up a little bit. We're going to lift our heart. So while this is passively relaxing, we're going to do some shoulders. So we're going to come into a modified eagle. So you're going to take one arm and reach it out with your thumb up. The other arm's going to come under, and you're going to pull that arm across the body. So this is what's making the pulling here. Okay, and then if you want to add a little more, you can look over the shoulder. Let's take a breath there. Inhale and exhale. release. We're gonna stretch it out wide, big inhale, and then take the other arm forward. The other arm goes under, pull it across, turn and look. Big inhale, and an exhale. And then we're gonna reach back, and maybe you can find something on your chair to hold on to. Gonna squeeze those shoulder blades together, lift your heart, really open up. Making a little back cleavage back there. And release that. Roll your shoulders around. All right. From there, we're gonna come into a pose we would call cow face pose. So you're gonna take one arm up and just start by patting yourself on the back of the head. See how that feels. Then maybe you can come down to your neck. Maybe you come all the way down and pat yourself on the back so that elbow's going up higher and higher. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. Don't let that collapse your chest. And then the other hand's gonna go thumb down and bring the back of your hand to your lower back. I'm gonna stand up and show you what that looks like from the back. And maybe you get your fingers closer together. You can also use a strap on this to try to get the hands closer, but still sitting up nice and tall. Take a breath and release. So to come out, we want to release the bottom arm first, then the top arm. Oh, let's roll those shoulders around. Roll around. And then, of course, we have to do the other side. Bring that hand up, pat yourself on the head, maybe the neck, maybe your upper back, getting that elbow up so we're getting a nice stretch in the tricep there. Other hand, thumb goes down, bring it to your back, sitting up nice and tall. Notice if your sides are different. Take a breath and release. This is a nice one to do in the shower when you're slippery because you may be able to get your hands up a little closer together. So release the bottom arm, release the top arm, roll the shoulders. Ooh. Okay, so our feet are still in our Baddha Konasana, our butterfly. We're going to scoot our hips back a little bit because we're going to try a little forward fold here. So be sure your hips are securely in your chair and your feet are lifted. And we're going to lift our heart and just start to reach that heart forward. Reaching forward. Maybe your hands slide down to your ankles. Your elbows can go into your inner knees. And then if you want to finish with your head, you can drop your head just a little bit. And slowly start to rise back up. Take one foot down, take the other foot down. Move your block out of the way. All right. I always like to finish with a little brain game pattern. So the one we're going to do today works your brain crossing the midline. So we're going to start with one leg, and you're going to lift that leg up. You're going to kick it out. You're going to lift it up, and you're going to put it down. Okay, so that's the pattern. Up and kick, and up and down, up and kick, and up and down, and up, kick, and up and down. All right, simple enough. Then you're going to do something with your arms. So whatever leg you chose, start with the other hand. We're going to say touch and reach and touch and down. We always come down. Touch and reach and touch and down. Touch and reach and touch and down. A little more. Touch and reach and touch and down. Pretty simple. Now we're going to do them at the same time. So your legs are starting on one side and your hands are starting on the other side. So lift that first knee and lift that first hand. Touch, kick and reach, bring it back in, everything down. Other side, lift and touch, opposite arm and leg, kicking it out, bring it back in, Put it down. Let's try a couple more. Up and kick, and up and down. Up and kick, up and down. All right, if you want to make it really challenging, you're going to look away from your arm. So when that arm's up, you're going to look. We're not going to look at our armpit, we're going to look away. All right, if that seems like too much, do the pattern without the head. All right, you can do it. Here we go. Up and kick, and up and down. Up and kick, and up and down. Up and kick, and up, down. One more. Up and kick, and up and down. All right. Couple windshield wipers in and out. Whew. All right. So we're going to finish with a nice sun salutation in the chair, kind of a repeat of some of the moves we've already done. So we're going to release those hands down to the side. Inhale all the way up. Bring them together and just bring your hands over to your shoulder into a little twist. We're going to pull that elbow back, look over your fingers. Take an inhale and an exhale. Release them down. Inhale up to the other side. Inhale and exhale. And release them down. Inhale up. This time we're coming into a side bend. Bring one hand to your shoulder. Reach down for the floor. Rise back up. Again. Inhale up. Hand to the shoulder. Reaching down. Rise back up. And then this time, inhale up. Bring your hands right down the center. Maybe knees go wide. And you can bring your elbows over to your knees. Reach your head and heart forward. If you feel like you can fold more, you can slide your hands down to your ankles. Tuck your chin. Get that nice hip stretch there. And bring your hands to your knees. We're going to roll ourselves up, and then we're just going to take a couple more body rolls. So we're going to reach out and roll up. Inhale, reach out and roll up. One more, reach out and roll up. Roll your shoulders. Couple reaches overhead, so we're inhaling up, exhale back down, inhaling up, exhaling back down, and finally gathering all the positive energy we created, and we exhale it down into our heart.